Hi all, welcome to Diversified Finance. My name is Lakal. So today, this is the weekly Bitcoin and cryptocurrency update. So before I start, just want to make sure that this is not financial advice and I'm not your financial advisor. So before you invest your money, please make sure you do your due diligence because I could be 100% wrong. Okay guys, I hope you guys had a pretty good weekend. Yeah, so sorry about last Sunday. I was driving. I was on my way back home from I was from Bandanoon, so I could not do the Zoom session. So not to worry, we can uh, catch up whatever we missed out on that day on Sunday, and things are looking good as we know. Okay, so let me share the other screen. So probably this one. Okay, so let's look at the BTC price. Yeah, so we are not in extreme fear levels anymore, which is a good thing. So it's kind of like neutral at the moment, somewhere near like 48, 49, around somewhere near closer to 50. So that's a good sign. But still, looking at the RSI, this is the daily, so it's the 4 hour. Looking at the 4 hour chart, we are kind of like went back up there um, towards overbought territory, and then we cool off a bit now, back down to like 58 or so, and the stochastic RSI has dropped back down to oversold levels. That's a good sign as well. So we probably have a lot of firepower to push it back higher. Let's not forget Bitcoin pumped from 33,000 from here all the way up to 45. So that's about $12,500, right? 38%. So that's huge for Bitcoin, given that Bitcoin has the biggest market cap. So when you see 38% up, right? From 33,000, it needs to consolidate for some time, right? So this is a bit too much for Bitcoin, like because it has a bigger market cap. And we have seen all coins has recovered as well. There's few altcoins. We can have a look at them soon. Now for Bitcoin price, let's have a look at the daily chart. So let's not forget why we are here, right? So when Bitcoin dropped to these levels, right? When the RSI dropped to 20, when we've seen extreme fear, we mentioned many times, many times in our Zoom videos, this is the time for us to accumulate for long term, right? We have a 12 months perspective, and then we accumulate in this area, expecting RSI to go a lot higher, and that's exactly what has happened. But it hasn't gone up to overbought levels, which is a good thing. I would like to see daily RSI just drop, probably back down to maybe to about like 50 or 40 range or so, and then again probably go back closer to overbought areas, drop back down again, something similar to what we've seen here, right? It's not that it went all straight up to overbought levels. It went up to 70, drop, went back up to 72, drop, and then for the last time it went up to 77 or so. So we want to see RSI consolidate in this area for some time before it hits like overbought levels. Because the last thing we want to see Bitcoin go straight up to 50K in 6, 7, maybe 12 hours or so. Then it'll probably get rejected and come back down. We don't want that. Whenever we see Bitcoin has gone up 30%, we would like to see it consolidate for some time, right? Maybe for a week or two. More time it takes to consolidate is better for the market, right? Then we can shoot up from those levels to lot higher prices. So consolidation is very important. So while Bitcoin is consolidating, we've seen all coins tend to go up a little bit. but this is let me remind you, like, what we've been discussing before. So we want to see Bitcoin get above 50,000, right? So that's the big level that we're waiting for. So slowly, let's say Bitcoin is gonna consolidate in this area and go back over here uh, to about like 48, 49, or maybe could get rejected and then consolidate for some time. In few weeks time, in a week or two, we want to see it breaks above this 5,000, 50,500, right? When it goes above 50,500, and then when it's consolidate above 50,500, we can technically call it a bull market, right? So 50,500 is the price we are looking at right now. That's the target for Bitcoin. Anything above that, we are technically back in a bull market. So when that happens, all coins, it will be really good for all coins. So people got a lot of confidence. People don't feel worried that Bitcoin might go a lot lower, because Bitcoin is already consolidating above 50,500, or even like 51 to 52,000 levels. That's when people put their money into like all coins, right? But given that we already got all coins right now, right? When they buy in, it'll push the prices a lot higher, right? So this is what we expect, like a massive altcoin season. And having said that, after, let's say Bitcoin might consolidate, like let's say Bitcoin will consolidate above 50,000 to 52,000 area, or even it could go up to 55. Like, if you look at the Fibonacci, let's do the Fibonacci retracement from this swing high to this swing low. Yeah, so 0.618, so it's the golden retracement. Bitcoin could go up to 55,000, like, even above 50K up to 55,000, or it could go up to closer to 60K as well, because 60K has been like a very, it's been like a resistance, like a psychological resistance level so far, given that Bitcoin has gone above 60,000 like twice. So 60,000, yeah, so 50 to 60,000 Bitcoin could test these areas. But we are not worried about that. When Bitcoin goes about there and consolidate for some time, all coins will go crazy. That's what we expecting. So even 50,000, 55,000 it's possible, right? According to this. And then I'm not expecting Bitcoin to go to 100K from there, right? There was another scenario we discussed the other day. So let me just quickly have a look at that too. So for example, if we connect these two highs, 65 and 67, and if we drag this one all the way up to here, yeah, there could be a chance that Bitcoin, maybe like 30% chance, right? Bitcoin could go all the way to retest this high. It could be somewhere near 72. There's another possibility that it could go there. So if we are really lucky, right, the minimum requirement for us is Bitcoin to go above 50,000 and consolidate above 50,500. If we are really lucky, it'll probably go and test this level, which is like around 72,000, or it could go beyond that towards 90K. There's a possibility it could happen. But most probably if it gets rejected from 0.618 or from these levels, we might see a bigger correction back down to 30K or 29K or 25K. This could happen, but we have to wait and see. But before that happen, we have to make sure we take enough profit. So when Bitcoin goes above 50,500 and when it consolidate, we can take some profit out of Bitcoin, or we can take some, like maybe 20 to 30% of profit from our altcoins, right? Because that's really important. Because let's not forget, some of the altcoins might not recover, because we are actually right now we are playing with fire, right? A lot of people are saying this is a flat correction from 29 to 69. They say this is a flat correction. This Normally flat corrections happen after like after all-time highs. So there's most YouTubers are technical analysts are saying this is the all-time highs for Bitcoin and this is a flat correction. So if that's the case, we are in a bear market. So we are playing with fire right now. That's why I'm trying to take profit out, like at least 30-40%, and Bitcoin goes above 50,000, right? But I'm not saying that I'm going to take everything out, because who knows, it could go to 72 or it could go to 90K. There's a possibility it could happen. But if that happens, we still have 60 to 70% to take more profits out. The other 60 to 70% we hold it for long term, right? So when Bitcoin goes above 50,000 and when I see altcoins are pumping crazy, I'll totally restructure my portfolio, and the profits that I'm getting from all coins, I'll convert into Bitcoin. I'll go into more Bitcoin, because if this is a bear market, if we are in a bear market, we could see, let's say Bitcoin goes up to 52 or 51 to 52 as we expect, and then it has like, say it could have like a 50% correction back down to 25. Imagine what will happen to all coins, right? So they'll get destroyed, right? So that's why when we see all coins are going crazy, let's not be like too greedy. Don't expect a lot higher prices. If you bought enough during extreme greed levels, right? Let's take some profit out, and then when I say restructure, I'm gonna sell most of my old coins, and I'm gonna go into Bitcoin, and I'm gonna hold Bitcoin as a long-term asset for long term. That's my plan. So I'll be converting a lot of old coins, because if we are in a bear market, if Bitcoin corrects, as I mentioned earlier, if Bitcoin corrects and if it goes back down to 25K, these old coins will get slaughtered, right? And then we'll lose a lot of money, and then at that time it will be too late for us to sell. So when they are pumping, we can take some, like maybe when I take profit out from all coins, I'll take 50% out into AUD, and the other 50% probably goes back into BTC, and I would like to hold BTC as a long-term asset. If BTC goes a lot higher, that's fine. I'll just hold it, right? So I'm never gonna go all in or all out, right? So we don't know. That's why we don't know what will happen tomorrow, right? So that's why we do that. Okay, so that's the plan. Let's see, Bitcoin needs to consolidate for some time now, and even because we had like a 38% pump towards the upside, even it could come back down to like 40,000 to retest. This could happen, right? This is a possibility it could happen. We've seen it goes back, that it went back down to about 42 area recently. Yeah. Who knows, it could come back down to 40K to retest, because there's a lot of support at 40K before it's going a lot higher. Yeah, so that's that. Bitcoin and all coins, some of the old coins are still cheap, right? Still really cheap. We can also look at the US dollar. Let's look at the Dixie. I haven't seen it for a while. Yeah, so Dixie actually control of a trend line like that. Yeah, then there's like a strong support right there. So it dropped there and then it recovered and gone back up. Yeah, so then that's the issue. If US dollar goes up like that, then it's going to be a problem for all of the markets, right? I would like to see it drops, breaks below this trend line, and probably come back to retest this area before it goes higher. So Dixie, can't say what it's consolidating in this area right now between 95 to about 95, 95.2 to about like 95.7 is consolidating in this area right now. Yeah, if it goes higher, it's not good for Bitcoin. Then Bitcoin has to struggle. Like now, we might not see higher prices for Bitcoin for some time. That means Bitcoin has to consolidate for lot longer. So that's Dixie. So let's look at some altcoins. Okay, so let's look at the favorite ones. Yeah, so the bull tokens on FTX, right, and then some long tokens on KuCoin. They're just going up crazy because market just recovered, and then bull tokens, even for this bull token on Bitcoin bull on FTX has gone up. ETH bull has gone up. So these ones has gone up more than Bitcoin and Ethereum, and this is the favorite. So yeah, so this is SLP. So we've been talking about this coin for a long time. I've been buying it since 8 cents. I've been accumulating, and then I thought it's gonna recover somewhere. It's gonna bounce back from somewhere like 6 cents. It did not happen. It just dropped and kept on going down, and it dropped to like oversold levels. So this is the Fibonacci retracement that I recently done for SLP, right? So normally a coin, it drops from 42, like 41 cents, all the way back down to below a cent or so. So normally when this happens, the golden retracement, like which is 0.618, is at somewhere near 25 cents, right? So there's a possibility this is not going to happen exactly. I'm not saying it's going to happen 100%. There's a possibility these coins could go back up higher towards this 25 cents, 0.618 to retest, right? If there's a lot of good news, it could break this area and go a lot higher, and then it could make all-time highs. But I'm not going to wait to take profits until it hits like 25 cents. When it hits like these areas, like 0.382, I don't mind taking some profits. At 0.5, I don't mind taking some profits. So that's like from here to 20 cents. That's like 10x from now. From 2 cents to 20 cents, that's 10x from here. Yeah, and then the good thing is, look at the volume, right? There's massive volume supporting this price. It's not that it's pumping on like fumes. It's just pumping because of this massive volume here. So this volume we're seeing right now is higher than the volume we're seeing on 4th of November, right? So this is a good thing for SLP. So yeah, so technically we have never seen this much of bullish volume ever for SLP, like on this chart. I think this is on Binance. So this is the highest volume we have seen for buy volume we have seen for SLP. It's a very good sign, right? So we could expect like SLP to go a lot higher, depending, right? Depending on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin gets rejected somewhere near 46,000, drops back down to 30K, forget it. Like this, we're not going to see it, right? So it has to be. We need to see Bitcoin above 50,000 to see these coins, like to see these coins go crazy, right? So let's go to the 4-hour chart for SLP. Yeah, so 4-hour chart recently, like I think 2 days ago, it pumped so much, and it had to cool down a bit. So it just pumped from 0.0087 all the way up to 2.4 cents, right? And the RSI went up to like 92. That's like extremely overbought, right? Extreme greed. And what happened after that? It just dropped. Like had a bit of a correction. It dropped from 2.3 cents all the way back down to about 1.78 cents. Since then it recovered and it's gone back up. Like so this is a pretty nice consolidation. So if someone missed out on SLP, if you did not buy that 1 cent, buying it at 1.8 cents would have been like, a really good second entry point, right? Normally that's what we do. See, normally let's say you did not buy enough in this area, right? When it pumps along the way, we're not going to buy. We wait for it to go all the way up, have a correction, and then during this consolidation, that's when we supposed to get do like a second entry. So there's would have been like a nice second entry level in this area, and now see it's trying to go back a lot higher. So when it goes back about 2.4 cents, I think the next stop is somewhere near the next resistance is somewhere near 2.6, but there's not much volume. It's just kept on going down, so there's not much resistance. Like, so it can go all the way up to, I think, about 6 cents. This is the target. So it dropped from this area, so there's a lot of resistance at 5 to 6 cents area. Given that we had no much volume in these areas, when it pumps in few days, like in a week or so, it could go all the way to like 6 cents and then get rejected, come back down, hold maybe 4 cents as support, something like that could happen, right? So we had to wait and see. But yeah, this is looking really good. And looking at the volume, it's perfect, right? So congrats for the people who bought it at the bottom, right? Okay, so that's SLP. Let's look at some other coins. Yeah, QNT also pumped, right? So this is we've been buying this one from a long time actually, right? And then it pumped about like 84%, right, from the bottom. So that's that. Telcoin hasn't done much as yet, like as much yet. Hasn't done much. Let's see from the bottom. Yeah, it's only 58, but still it's not too bad. Yeah, so because Bitcoin's been pumping, these coins pumped a bit. And even Telcoin has a long way to go, right? This when it pumps and it's really cheap at the moment, it'll probably go a long way. Right? When it breaks above this level 0.009 1 cent, it could go a lot higher. Like, this could happen. Yeah, and there's XRP. It's doing really well. So XRP had a pump, and so it got into overbought territory. Stochastic RSI got into overbought territory. So we might see it consolidate sometime or even come back down to retest these levels. And RSI is overbought as well. So it needs to consolidate for some time. SLP, QNT, what else? Yeah, so these RAKA, these metaverse tokens, right, hasn't done much as yet. Like, it's a good thing. Like, we can, when we take profit from other altcoins, we can go into RAKA because it's a metaverse token. So this will pump a lot. I'm expecting to pump a lot actually. So RAKA is not a ship already pumped, wild, doing really well. Like, it dropped to what, about like 1.140, and now it's gone. Then it has gone back up to $2.17 or so. It has a long way to go, right? It dropped from $7.70. So even if it goes back up to 0.618, you're looking at $5.30 right here, right? So that's why these coins got a long way to go. And then this is a really good project. These are really good projects, metaverse projects. Hero, yeah, dropped, yeah, and it still hasn't recovered much. On the daily chart, yeah, there's a bit of bullish divergence. RSI is rising, price kept on going down. These coins will eventually, because they are micro cap, because they are micro cap, it'll take some time for these coins to pump. Because Bitcoin goes up first, then Ethereum, then mid cap, large cap, mid cap, small cap. Then you will see, because they are very small market cap coins, right? So that's why even RAKA is the same, right? We'll see RAKA pumps like later, like during the bullish trend, right? We're not going to see them pump so much, but here too, that's why you have to have patience and buy them and hold them and wait. Eventually they will pump. It'll take some time for people to realize, because once Bitcoin, Ethereum, large cap, mid cap, small cap. Once all of them they have gone up, like gone up to like, once they have gone up like 5x, 10x, especially small cap and mid cap, then people got nowhere else to go, right? Then they look for like micro cap coins. Then they find out, okay, Euro is cheap and it's a metaverse, block is cheap, so they go into these coins later on. So that's what we would expect to see. Everything depends on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin needs to go above 5,000, 50,500 or 51 to 52,000 and consolidate in this area. Then we'll see all coins go crazy. Other than that, we can't promise anything else, right? So you got to be careful, right? So even if someone feels like, okay, maybe it pumped, like some coins pumped maybe 80%, 70%, 50%. If you want, take some profit out. There's no problem with that. Like 5%, 5% out, just in case the market comes down, then you have some firepower to get back in. So don't forget that. DCA sell, DCA buy, always, right? That's what we do. Okay, so I think that's it from my end. So do you guys have any questions? Do you guys have any questions? If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, then. That's it for tonight's Bitcoin and all coins watch. I appreciate your participation. I'll talk to you on next Sunday. Thank you, guys. See you. Bye.